Okay, so I just hit into one of these typical nonsense things and satanic bullshit and all that, where it tells me that the phone cannot record more than 4 GB and all that, which is nonsense. Because it can. But these restrictions are all over. You're put into jail in regards to the mobile phone and all that. They don't want you to jailbreak it and get control over and actually do what you want with your mobile. And if you jailbreak it, you might get into issues, and you don't have any what do you call it? You lose your right to get any what is it called? If you have 1 year of warranty and all that, and you jailbreak the mobile, you lose the warranty. Does that make any sense? Not at all, And I guess that would be in regards to hardware things as well. So when they have fixed it, so it's harder to break, jailbreak, and it's harder to actually, and that they actually have put things into it that makes it, maybe break. And you lose warranty because because they didn't make an easy way for you to actually, see, that's the first criminal act that they are doing, is to make it not, that you can't do what you want. If you pay $1,000 for a mobile phone or whatever, you should be able to do whatever you want with it, Okay. So I just become a member of one of the groups, at least, that I search out. And now that I'm not a member of the other group, So, just to still get some, still nice to get some, creationistic information, I know sometimes there's some good stuff. At least it's better than all the other bullshit out there. Although, again, I don't really need it because I already know what is the truth. And but still nice. Sometimes there's some information that are interesting. Yeah. So what did we go into? I don't really know. I guess I'm pretty much at the end point anyway, but very annoying that it would, that the video that you have to have this bullshit that it can only save 4 GB of video, and I don't know in regards to what resolution it actually saves these in. It seems like it might actually be saving them in a higher resolution that I just tried to put the maximum at the moment, but in the past this application couldn't save it up to a specific point, but that might have changed, it seems, and thereby it also fills up very quickly, it seems. So anyway, and that will be something I'll check out when I get the videos on the computer and send them. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. The live function doesn't work on YouTube at the moment in regards to this application, which is interesting because some applications does work and others application does not work. So Pastor Keith Garment swims out. Apparently that's another video from Anderson. I'll check that out. Absolutely not everything that I agree with that guy about, but it's nice to see that he's standing his ground on some of the things. But you never know who the wolves in sheep clothing are, because the Jesuits are very, very clever too. But some of the things he's absolutely correct on, and some other things he's absolutely not correct on. But that's just. But it's nice to see that he's not just laying down for the ecumenical movement. That he's actually standing up and and speaking against the cookie Jesus as well. So that's nice. Also, that the information is just getting out there, because one of the things that people don't know. The problems with the Roman Catholic Church, so they can't even make a informed choice in regards to that. It's very sad that apparently in one of my videos in regards of Islam, Muslim, Mohammedanism, Mohammedans head chopping, religion of death and all that, sadly the video broke, sadly. I think I fixed it in regards. I think yeah, one of the reasons why it broke was probably there was some things up here that I don't think I had activated. So, but anyway, now I have the newest version of the application, which apparently has been removed again from Google Store. So I don't know what that is about, but there's no advertising in it. It's as long as it is doing what it should. Even if I can't get on YouTube, I can still make videos and just send them to YouTube afterwards. But it's yeah. So Phoenix Recorder was a new version that they made, and they got it on Google Store, but it's removed from Google Store. So I actually deleted it. So and I couldn't find it on Google Store anymore. So I needed to go on the internet and find the latest update, which is more of a security risk in regards of you never know if you know what you get. You might actually get something that is you know, have something that is not good for the system. But anyway, but I had deleted it at that point, and that's just yeah. Anyway, so I guess it didn't go good for them, and I don't know where to get information in regards to the Phoenix Recorder and what. And of course, after the Phoenix Recorder did what they did, you know, messing up their own application with payment and closing down free features, a lot of other applications came around. Although I haven't found any application that is actually, you know, able to do the stamp of Jesus God Almighty.live in the bottom. But there are other recording software out there now. There's actually a lot that. But the problem is I haven't been able to find anything that actually can fix a stamp like Phoenix in regards to the button. So that's pretty much and the compression also seemed to actually be pretty good in the Phoenix Recorder. When you try others, the quality might actually be lower at the same. So it seems to be pretty good in regards of that, you know. So. Also had other, what's it called in regards to video applications. The problem is the video applications have problems. This is actually the only video application that I don't have any problems with, MPV. And MPV is in, I actually liked, I guess, the beta version or the alpha. I think it's actually in alpha. I'm not sure if it's still in alpha. It might still be. And there's still a lot of features that is not in the application, and they have toyed around a little with it. But anyway, but this is the application that pretty much always works in regards to video. And you can go in the application and you can go out and still continue to listen to things outside, and go into the application without it mixing, fixing things up, and it works. The MPV is the most solid player in regards to that. It's free and it's still in alpha, I think. But the progress for it is pretty slow, but has 50,000 downloads. I can only give it 5 stars because, having tried all these different applications out there, and there's so many issues with them that they don't even work as they should in regards to playing files, and then sometimes they can't even play a file. I've never had any problems in regards to this, You can also fast play was added after I talked about, hey, there's no fast play. And he added the fast play, and that's absolutely just awesome. That is there, if you want to have a quicker. The UI, when he changed a little of the UI and all that, that became a little. I don't know why he wouldn't put the play button in the middle of the, as it was in the beginning. But again, programmers sometimes have, instead of just taking what is normal, they go their own way, which is kind of annoying. But that's just, in our days, that's just how it is, apparently. programmers do a lot of nonsense. Any case, but it is the main player that works, where you can just go out and do other stuff while it's still playing in the background, and you can go back without it actually messing up. I've tried VLC, and I bought the other player that actually was pretty good until I paid for it. Then it broke, and then I downloaded the free version, and then it was broke. I don't know why, it just broke, in regards of the only problem I had with the free version was that there was an ad when I closed it, when I paused it. There was an advertising in the middle of the screen, and I usually pause it to take a screenshot sometimes. So having an advertising coming up in the middle didn't work. So then I paid for it. Well, after I paid for it and installed it, it made issues. Anyway, that's the BS player, I think. And then you have problems where it doesn't want to play a file, for example. It has 10 million. It's actually, this is not the one I'm talking about, because they have the BS Player Classic as well. They have two versions. Let's see here. BS Player Legacy, I think that must be the old version. And that was very good, Is that the old version? Doesn't it seems to be, yeah, that's the old version. This version was very, new version of the app is BS Player Pro 3. And it's really only for 1 star, I guess I haven't. You describe your experience optional. Well, as far as it goes for now, I deleted it. And I don't think I'm not sure if they're actually going to work on this anymore. I just got tired of all the nonsense. There was always problems. Please don't discontinue this, as new version is not easy to use. I love old version, that's best. Anyway, the good thing with the BS Legacy is that you can see details about things and all that. But again, you run into issue. I run into issues with it, and I've run into. It's very sad because again, it was working very nice in the beginning before. I don't know what There's so many things that could be a factor, and apparently my system still wants to install YouTube and photos, even after I've deactivated it. This is the crazy daisy things with things, I logged out of my account in regards to Play Store, and usually this was, YouTube and photos was deactivated, no problem and all that. And then I entered my account again, and then it installed YouTube and photos again. And I'm like, why are you doing that? It didn't say anything in regards to updating these applications or anything like that. And yet you're activating them. Why is this active? It didn't do it before. It's just, this is the lunacy of technology nowadays. And you're just fighting. You're fighting these things. You're fighting one problem after another. You're fighting, It's like looking at this. Why is it doing that? I don't know. Then you need to figure out why it's doing that, right? Or how you can stop it doing, which it didn't do before, Because there's nothing in regards of updating it when you go to Play Store, because they're not activated, I've deactivated them. And yet I've done this multiple times and it seems it doesn't work, You go into the application, you disable it, yes, and all that. And apparently Google Store must have installed an update for this, apparently, if it's saying that in regards of, and I've never installed anything in regards of YouTube. It's just bullshit, So why is it doing it? I don't know. It seems to think it needs to update this. Again, bullshit technology as usual, doing things that it shouldn't do. So now it disabled both of them and it's removed. But apparently it just comes up again, Let's see if my apps and application. Let's see what happens if I do. Okay, let's checking for updates. Let's see what it says. turn 3 of the updates. Okay, that's one. So let's just say update all and cancel those 3 because, apparently it just doesn't want to. The problem with updating these 3 applications is there's 2 of them that goes with spyware if you update them. And the last one, destroys the version of one of the Bible versions. And it's I don't know if they have fixed it now, but I need to back up the whole thing before actually trying to do that, so I can restore it. Anyway, okay, installing. So it will install the signal thing and all that. Recently updated. Again, I have no idea because it shouldn't never have updated that. Again, it's not shown, so as far as it goes, but it might just install it again, just without me knowing about it, and it's just tedious. This is bullshit. Okay, anyway, I tried the antenna part as well. This is said to be like a podcast. I never was into podcasting. I never got into it, but I looked into it in regards to radio thing and all that. There's an open source platform for doing radio. And then you can make them into podcast, I guess, and that would be a way to fix, I guess, a radio station or something like that. I don't know. But there's a lot of things that I don't know about these things. But it would be interesting to take a subject or whatever and go through or whatever, or read some Protestant books and put them on, and like put it live in regards of recording, and then just fix it up on. So I'm looking into how that actually works in regards of podcast. It looks pretty easy to, when you first have set it up in the application, it seems to be pretty, you have to be fixing a picture of it, Bible Answer Live. That's from SDA. And Science, Scripture and Salvation, that's the ICR. I asked them in regards of their view on that was the thing I was looking in regards to the Facebook. I forgot about that, to see if we can actually see some of the, but they're probably removed. It's Tuesday today, and still the swimming halls don't have open. Still need to do some exercise. I tried to do began to hula hop again. I think it's called hula hop in English. Actually, you can see my hula hops on. Let's see if we could get the camera here. We have the hula hop over here. I fixed a thing up there, which has been working pretty good actually. It's like a multi thing where I can have my speakers hanging on and my hula hops, of course. They usually was just laying around a place that was a little. But here it's easy to take them down and just take it. Although there's there could be more space to do it, but it can be done. I'm just using the red one. That's the other one is very heavy, and seeing if that will help in regards to my back issues, and it strengthened the body pretty good in regards to the core. I also need to go out and do some roller skating for sure in regards to my back and see if I can get my back fixed. Also need to get some hen's feet as well, which is also said to be very good to help you if you have problems with your bones and all that. Anyway, that's what they have made it very difficult in our days to. Anyway, so you can do the hula hop here, and in regards to the mat over here, sleeping mat, you can use that for whatever exercise. They're really good, these mats, because they don't roll up or anything like that, and you can just fix them down and double layer them or fourth layer them or whatever. It's very nice, and if you need something for your knees or anything like that, if you're going to go down or anyway, so that's one thing to use these sleeping mats for as well. Very nice. So anyway, I've been doing the hula hop for 40 minutes with the power ball, so I've beginning, getting these bumps. Now this is pretty much just skin, because when you begin to powerball, one of the places that the powerball will really begin to make, what do you call it, really get at you is the little finger. So you get this little ball. Actually, I got it, what do you call it, where it was watery in it in the beginning, and that has pretty much exploded in some sense, but it's still just after not very long you will get this. Actually, I think the first time I actually got already, it began to grow up with this. If you stop powerballing, it will go away again, but the body just makes it because there's a lot of friction going on, I guess, and thereby you get this bump. But it's not a health. It's just the skin, and the same thing on the other little finger. There you go. You can see it's like a bump, like in the middle finger. But that's typical if you are powerballing. And Powerball, that's actually like this. This is called an iron ball. Powerball was one of the companies making them, and then you have iron balls, German quality, because the Powerballs broke, many years ago. I was into this powerballing and all that, and it had this, where you could see how many rounds and all that. The problem was that it broke within a month. Then I got another one. It broke within a month. Then I told them, well, couldn't I just, get one of these and pay the extra thing? So they actually took it back, and I got this. They said they usually didn't break and blah, blah, blah. Well, I was maybe using them a little more than most other people, So I got an iron thing instead, and that has been solid since I got it. For many years, this has been. There are some things in it that you can actually change in regards of some plastic things that the ball rolls on. So you can, when that becomes too, you can just change those, and it works again. And it takes a good amount of time before they actually don't work. So. So if you're going to do it for the exercise, I would get the iron ball compared to the power balls. I don't know if the power balls have become better, but they are usually they are usually made of plastic. I did get the power ball of metal that they had at that point. That was just too big. It was very expensive, but the thing is, it was too big for my hands, for my apparently I don't have big enough hands. So that was uncomfortable, I think. And so these are much better. And as you can see, they usually is, this was black, and I had a red one. Oh, I have a red one. Well, I had a red one, I guess. It's still red in the top. But besides that, I've fixed it off, because you get a better grip when you don't have the collar on. So if you just fix the collar off, then you will have an extra good grip. And it doesn't, if you take the collar off, it doesn't break the Powerball at all, So it might make it look a little in regards of how you're doing but it gives a good grip, and that's what you want. And I don't really care how it looks, as long as it works, right? So yeah, anyway, that's a Powerball. So to do exercise, right? To do the Powerball while doing the hula hop. And the thing is, the faster you fix this, the greater the strength you need, and thereby you can make these things in regards to the little finger and all that. I have 2 different Powerballs or iron balls. There is at least 3 last time I checked. This is the number 1 version. In regards of being the lightest, then you have a little one that is a little more heavy, and then you have the heaviest, and I have the heaviest as well, which pretty much is the one that I've been mostly using but both of them are nice, because this is just quicker motion that you need to do to get the same, so you can get the ball quicker, flying around. Anyway, just there's other exercises that I think you could actually do at the same time. You know, I've seen some exercise for the face as well, and you would actually be able to do that as well. You know, the face and the power ball and the hula hop. You know, just to be trying to do some effective training, right? Where you're just getting it all, you know, and getting, and then you could probably also do something with your feet as well. You know, when you're hula hopping and all that, you can. So, and I guess you will also be better to control your body while you're doing all these motions. And then you can listen to some Christian stuff at the same time, and some good Christian books or something like that while doing it. So that, you know, just being effective, right? So. I don't know if there's any other things that you might be able to do in regards of exercise while you're doing it, but you know, two power balls maybe. You know, that was actually what I thought in the past. If you get two of the seeds, I think it has to be the same power ball strength, because you will still, it will be hard to do both of them while the one is fast and the other is slower, and it's also hard to actually exchange those if you want the, you know, lighter one on one arm, then the and you know, it's that would be very hard to. You would need to figure out something where you could maybe put the power ball in your breast or something like that, while flipping the other one and then taking the one of them. Actually, you would only need one pouch or something like that to just quickly. But still, you have to remember when the ball is rolling, it's you know, it's making movements, pressure. So again, I don't know how to. Oh well. Anyway, I guess that was just a little from me in regards of a little update. Just whatever. Just talk. I guess. I guess I don't want to waste more time on this. Looking into this. Apparently, I'm just banned, and that's just it. You know, another one banned. You know, another ban. So that's just how it is. No idea why. The only thing that I could maybe think would be in regards of asking where the SCI stood on the papacy, but I think I directly wrote to them on their own page. So maybe let's see if we can actually go to the CS. I think it was CS. No, not CSI. What was it? Let's see if we can find it here. CMI, sorry, CMI. It's a great, in regards of articles. I do have a book from them as well, and they have some great stuff, on creationism. I don't know if I've been banned from that place as well. Who knows? Maybe the guys at CMI was actually did also have in regards of the other page, because there are material from them. Let's try to search on creation. Maybe it needs the full title. Maybe they banned me for asking them a question. Maybe not. Let's see. Okay, I have it. So they haven't banned me. So my question should still be there. Wait, I don't know. Two comments there. I don't know where this is okay. This is from 15 hours ago. So they're posting a lot, it seems. So the question is, where did I post my question? Because apparently you can't directly. I can mail them. I'll probably, but at least I'm not banned from the page. But I don't think I got an answer. This is from yesterday, so it might be older. While they're really posting a lot of things. And I can't remember where I posted my stuff for. Now I'll have to write them directly, I guess, on an email because this is. But at least they haven't banned me from it. I guess it's not a group directly. This is just to, if you like something or not, So I guess, but I guess they can still ban me from writing on the page and all that. But it seems like they haven't banned me at least. But I don't know where I posted it. Really hard to find. Apparently. So, I guess that's it. This is, for example, from them in regards of different questions in regards of evolution. 15 questions for evolutionists. So they have some really, really great material. But they also have their stand in regards of Jesus Christ and all that. And yet they don't talk about the Antichrist. And I'm like, I would like to know your stand on that, because every Protestant in the past, understood who the Antichrist was. You can find it again and again. I have one of where they have collected all the different degrees of Protestants, and it's just one after another proclaiming the papacy to be the Antichrist. Do we hear that anywhere in our days? What we do here is a lot of bullshit, that's for sure. I have a radio thing where a real Protestant, is talking to one of these wolves in sheep clothing, and he's just full of bullshit. And this Protestant just totally annihilates him with the Bible, and it's incredible. This is disgusting. We have a lot of infiltrators. We have a lot of people just thinking the Bible is just a fun book, that it's just merrily roll along or whatever, Anyway, I made made that one in regards of Islam, Muslim, Mohammedanism, and Mohammedans, his chopping religion of death. But sadly, after 10 minutes, the video broke. So the only thing that is left is the sound, this was an older version of this application as well, and it might have been because I didn't fix the things that it says is making it more stable. So anyway, I'll upload these. I don't really have much more to talk about, I guess, besides just talking, But that's pretty much what I guess the first thing I really should do, and I do have pain in my joints, that's just how it is. I broke my knuckle, and after I broke my knuckle, I began to have pain other places, and it's just pretty much, pain in my joints, my and here and there, and just that's of course is not good. And it happened after I broke my knuckle. It's just, that's it's very sad. So, yeah. So apparently that seems to can be leading to other problems if you're breaking something. And I think I actually also broke my little toe after that. Which I hit into something, but that has become better again now after a long time, but it is seemingly good again. Smashed my back into a brick wall as well, which pretty much made a mess out of my back, which is so that's a lot of things, But anyway, everything goes downhill, right? Well, it could be worse, and of course it is becoming worse, right? Every single day it's just going downhill. And of course the grave is the, spot, the direction, I guess, in regards of that's, most likely where I'm heading, So, like everybody else. And anyway, so you never know how much time you have left, right? And I might still be living, who knows, in 20 years, I don't know. But whatever the case, it is going downhill. That's actually, it was going pretty quickly downhill from, I guess, my age from 14, and then from there on it just have been a painful experience from there on, pretty much. So yeah. Anyway, but it has been a blessing, I guess, in at the same time. So, because I might never have asked the question, what is the meaning of, what is the meaning of life, If I'm going to have these problems and issues and all that, what's the point of going on living, right? What is the point of going on, and anyway, and then searching out and figuring out things are terrible, wrong, and anyway, but anyway, I'm trying this application in regards of seeing how podcasts are working and all that, and I guess I'll have to look into the radio program. That's an open source version, and see if I can get anything to work in regards to that. And who knows? Maybe I can make a radio whatever show. I don't know. Probably be too much to figure out. And I still have a lot of things to do on my webpage. I haven't even updated the video player yet because again, there's so many things to do. Getting blocked because I've been talking so much. I have the video player, which I don't think has fixed a lot of the things that I was asking for in regards to the guy, which is kind of annoying because then I need a new update for it actually to, And the problem is every time I update this player, it takes a long time to do because you can't just copy paste the things, then it usually get into problems and break and all that. So you have to try to do it like in steps and fix all the things and check if it breaks it or anything like that. It's just a huge, there's so many things to set up. So I have the new update for the video player. Now the music player apparently also have problems with YouTube. So now you need to do this thing and all that, and so he was going to make an update for that as well. So then again I need to go into and how to figure out, and it just takes so much time for me, because I'm overloaded in the brain and it's sitting there and remembering all the steps and all that. But anyway. The video player, the new video player does work on the mobile, which the old update didn't do because apparently it broke. Because the older updates did work in regards of mobile, but apparently something broke in regards of this updated version that was the newest. So he updated that, and that seems to have been fixed. And another problem that also was fixed, but there's still things that I pointed out that is not fixed, so, but I have to install it and then complain about that again, but it's just kind of tedious to, because then I will have another update if that will, and then I will have to do all the things again, and it takes a lot of hours to do, anyway, have a good one, all of you. And by the way, my webpage, of course, is the thing that is down below, I guess, in regards of the JesusGodAlmighty.live. More than welcome to check it out. And there's over 40 gigabytes of video and, voice and all that. The problem is I actually have, I haven't gotten any warning from my host yet, but I am really, putting, getting to, over, I think I'm over the thing that I actually, I haven't gotten any warning from the host, but I have to be aware that even if I have a lot more actually that I could put on it, the problem is the space as well. So I need to clean things a little out, polish it as time goes and see what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. And actually, I could probably make more concentrated forms for, myself. A lot of these things are long. You could just go to the conclusion. You don't need to have all the pieces to get to the conclusion, And I like condensing things down. So a lot of the conclusions you could actually condense down really quickly and make it very short, and thereby don't fill up so much on the web page. But yeah, it's in regards to different professors, historians, and all that I put on. But anyway, have a good one. I'm going to stop because my nose is blocking, and thereby it's getting harder to talk, and I'll have some breakfast as well. Anyway, may Jehovah be with you, Yeshua be your most precious pearl, and the spirit of truth be in us all. Amen. Have a good one. Bye bye.